say yay or nay.
It makes me nervous, settling down with one man. It's just, it's a lot to take on. I don't even know really how to feel or what to feel.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Hey, listen, we're going to talk to you guys about Love After Lockup Part 2. We're going to talk to you guys about the other 3 couples as well. Mate, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for a notification of the uploads. You already know, brother. If you're returning, then you already know what it is. You got the minerals, you got the minerals. Hey, make sure you get your merchandise, merchandise. Get your merchandise, you understand? Yeah? Don't play with me, you feel me? Alright, let's cool. Let's get into the videos. Alright, there was Kristianna and John, and I think this was a very interesting couple because of what happened. And I put down in here that I thought that some of the action was manipulative. What do I mean by that? Love the fact that
heading to my wedding chapel on wheels, and I have no idea how she's going to react to that.
Kristianna and John wanted to get married. He proposed to her, everything like that. But he blindsided her. He proposed to her and then immediately said he wanted to get married to her, and he didn't tell her he wanted to get married today. So she, remember, her mind is focused on getting to the halfway house so she doesn't get locked up again. And you've got it into your head, John, that with the little time that you have, that you're going to use that time instead of going to the halfway house to get married. Did you not think it was sensible to get to the halfway house first, then plan something after? Like, she's not going nowhere. What's the rush of getting her married before you get to the halfway house? There is no rush, right? And so when you begin to put pressure on her to make a decision of she should marry you now, okay, bearing in mind, well, she just come from prison. She probably doesn't have anybody that's going to support her financially and everything like that. You're now becoming that financer. Actually, what you're starting to see is that she's looking like she has no freedom to say no, right? And that's a very dangerous place to be in. When you're in a relationship where, someone's becoming your crutch, right? And they're supporting you in so many different things. And then they say something to you, a request that you feel that you want to turn down, but you can't turn down due to the fact of what they do in your life. We've got a problem. We've got an imbalance of power. We've got an imbalance in the relationship that allows for a mutual exclusiveness of people to be able to say yay or nay to certain actions. When you are in a car and you're halfway down into the countryside, wherever you're going to, and then you're saying, I want to marry you now, and she's thinking about getting to the halfway house.
I can't be late.
I know. I have less than 15 minutes to get everything done here.
And then you're putting pressure on her in terms of, let's get married now. The woman feels that she's got no space to say no because she knows what you've done for her. She's now in a predicament. Now, and not only that, it's rushed. Like, she's not even in a comfortable emotional space to really think about getting married because really and truly, she was thinking about getting to the halfway house. So there's an issue here. Why couldn't John wait until after they'd gone to halfway house? That's a problem. There's something wrong there. If he couldn't wait to get to the halfway house, before marrying her, we've got a big problem. And we have to ask some very serious questions about whether really and truly this guy really does care for her, or whether he just wants to get someone onto his side and get married. You know what I mean? So I really thought that was a manipulative because it was a pressure hardcore sell. And in fact, this is something that a door salesman would do, where they put pressure on you to buy now. And then, they start saying things like, if you don't buy now, this could happen to you. Or if you buy now, I'll add this, da. And what it does, the person doesn't get time to think. They don't get time to process what's happening. They don't get time to take in what's happening. And that's exactly what he did for her. So there was no reason why he couldn't have gone home. There was no reason why he had to do Fast and Furious to try and get to a halfway house because he knows he's got something else to do in between that time. He should have just taken his time. Yeah? Not only that, the dress don't even fit. What's the point? So you're doing surprises of dresses. Bro, it don't even fit because you don't know her size. Now, you could have done this. Like, why blindside? Like, marriage is not a surprise. Listen, marriage is not a surprise.
Isn't gonna work.
All right, prison clothes back on.
Okay.
I have another idea. We got to get the ceremony done in 8 minutes.
I don't surprise. No. We are getting married. It's a mutual agreement. Yeah. So when I say I want to get married to you, you're consenting. And then we choose an acceptable time to go and get married because it's a two-way thing. Two are becoming one. You must understand that. It's not just about me and what I want. Okay? Yeah, that's almost going into narcissistic mode where it's only about you and your needs and no one else's. Yeah? And that begins to make the person go into a codependent state where they surrender their will and their thought patterns and their thought processes, and their needs to meet yours in the hope that their needs will be met. You know what I mean? We don't want that situation. So for me, that was a very manipulative thing to do, even though he may not see it as manipulative, or maybe you don't see it as a manipulative mindset. But the inconsideration of it becomes manipulative because the person has no chance to be able to say, really and truly have no place to say no. Yeah, you forced it on them. That's why she even says she's considering, she doesn't even know if she wants to get married or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to skip parts of this, the ceremony because they're running out of time. Like, bro, just go home. You know what I mean? Go home, blood. Like, it's not a big deal.
To FaceTime together. We've talked, we've communicated, but I've never met Lindsay in person.
And then we had, obviously, Lindsay and Scott. I think what's interesting is that, again, money's being mentioned here, and Scott obviously has spent around about $20,000. What concerns me is that he says he hasn't kept any books of what he's really spent on this woman. And I think to myself, you know what, love is like that. You know, you don't think about what you spend on each other, you just spend it. You know what I mean? Like, I love my missus that she doesn't think about spending. When I'm with her, I don't think about it either. Because past times I would have. You know, I was a bit more tighter. But in this recent season, yeah, I haven't thought about it. You know, I just kind of just do it, whatever. Do you know what I mean? And the reason why is because I want to get the person to understand that, listen, it's a mutual thing. You're not in this alone. I'm not just here taking from you. No. It's a me and you situation. Do you get me? I want you to understand that I've got you covered as well. And so here, he spent around about $20,000 on her, and I get that, and I love that. And actually, you know what, it's again showing a provider role he's got to play.
To be released from prison. I moved to Mississippi to be with her, got a house for her daughter, her and I to live in.
But, you know, he's really doing the finer things in life for this woman. And I'm thinking to myself, can your bank account take it? Again, part of love is financial transparency. Have you been transparent in your financial dealings? Have you said what you can and can't afford? Because we already know that you've had to allay some finances here, there, and everywhere to make sure it works, right? You said that yourself. So the mere fact that obviously, you know, you're not taking account, and the Bible says, listen, when you go to build a house, what man doesn't take account of the cost? Like, what man doesn't count the cost? Same relationships, you've got to count the cost. Can I afford to be in a relationship? Like, read a spit. If the person's high value and they expect a high value type of person, they expect a certain type of lifestyle, can you live that lifestyle? That's the question, really. You have to always ask yourself that question. So I get the fact that $20,000 has been spent. It's not a problem. We're not beefing it. Saying obviously he's got to think about it. And then obviously I guess that really kind of drags up the conversation of whether, you know, this finances war, if it runs out, does she leave him? Not only that, she's much younger than him. She's 20.
I have so many plans, so many things I want to do. I can't wait to clean my house for the first time.
7 or whatever, and she's very, very young. She's got a kid. How does that play into a relationship? How does that affect your relationship with Lindsay? Does Lindsay want the child to live with her and live with him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's really got, like, he's moved 12,000 miles to be with this woman. Like, he's done a lot of work on the premise of never really physically meeting her. So he's never physically met her. She doesn't know what he looks like. This could be a very, very bad thing. You could have spent 20 grand and she doesn't even find you attractive, bro. And actually, she doesn't want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? Or she might use you to get to a point, and then when she gets tired, she leaves. And it's not trying to be, you know, manipulative or even a case, but you know what, fam, sometimes, you know, you try it and it doesn't work out. You tried it, you knew it wasn't going to work out, but you tried it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see his heart get broken, but he hasn't met her physically. He's only seen a picture. He doesn't know what she looks like. Doesn't know what she smells like. Hasn't hugged her. Hasn't touched her. Doesn't know what the touch will be like. Doesn't know if she'll even find him attractive. This is a dangerous ball game. Okay, this is not like, and obviously look, social media is the exact same way. You can see someone on social media and never have met them, right? And have long conversation and fall in love. Because how we fall in love isn't necessarily physical attributes. Let's be honest. No, physical attributes is not the guarantee of falling in love. What's the falling in love actually is when someone connects with us. And actually, sometimes I think some people think they fall in love. It's actually infatuation. You fell in love with the booty. You fell in love with their face. The face so you know when you feel that the face so peng and you want it because you want to be able to boast that you found this great girl. And it's like, and see the halo effect says that when people are beautiful, all the other stats get bumped up. So you know when you see a beautiful girl and you start bumping up, she's nice, she's kind, she's lovable, and really that's not what she really is. But because obviously the fact that you've seen that she's so beautiful, you've bumped up all her stats. You understand? Yeah. And so you have to be careful with that. You know, and so, you know, they got to the airport and, you know, realized obviously he didn't know when the flight was coming in. But eventually it did come in, you know, it eventually came in and, you know, so he wasn't too fast about it towards the end. But for me, the main thing is this, is that she hasn't seen him. And she may not agree. She may not feel like she likes this guy. She may feel like he's not the one. She may feel like she's not attracted to him. So 20 grand could be wasted and you could have spent all that money and the person doesn't want you. So you might want to slow down, brother. Slow down. I just want to get to know you.
He's been dying for tacos, so I'm going to surprise her and make some tacos.
We got Destiny and Sean. I think these two are very interesting. You know, he spoke about obviously he's scared that Destiny had gained weight. But, you know, I love the fact that obviously he was making tacos, he was preparing stuff for her, you know, so when he met her eventually, you know, he had prepared the tacos, put it into the bag, got it ready, so when she got there, she was eating tacos, she was fully filled, you know, like, so she was taken care of, and I love that, because I think, again, that's great to see, we love that, we appreciate that as well. And so yeah, I love the fact that, you know, he was thinking on that level. It wasn't just money, but he was thinking about, hey, how can I improve your lifestyle? I love the fact also as well that he actually had given her books, and when she was carrying it out, she had bags of books as well in her bag, which showed again not just thinking about shelling you out money, but let me add some knowledge to your life. You understand? Let me add some spice of knowledge to your life. Let me increase your wisdom, you understand? Like, I'm not just gonna give you money, but I'm gonna increase your wisdom so that you can make wiser decisions. Maybe that's what he was doing. I don't know. Maybe it was just funny books. Who knows what kind of books it was?
No, it's all the books you sent me. Guys.
But I want to take to the mindset that, you know what, it was good books that were going to infiltrate the mind and grow her. I want to think of it in that level. But he did also, there was a financial addition here that he had to pay £5,000 for a bond. These people are selling out money, blood. 5,000 for a bond. I think overall it was 50,000, but you pay 5,000 for the bond. So this has got to work out. This is a huge investment. I think the thing that's different for him and her is that obviously she's gained weight, so she'll look a bit different, feel a bit different to what he originally purposed. But he definitely knew it was her. He said obviously he's been studying the pictures, so the facial expressions and mannerisms fit what he expected. But it's not just that. It's that when you get bigger, let's just keep it real 100. When you get bigger than what you were before, okay, your confidence, but your confidence can get knocked, and so that kind of like makes you humble, right? And just keeps your toes on the ground. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But who knows? If you lose the whole thing is this: if your mindset is warped, your mindset's warped. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're big or small. Because if she gets skinny now, gets fit. Will she look for a better man? You don't know that. Like, it depends on the mindset. Do you feel what I'm saying? But what for me was eye-catching, like I said, it was the tacos, the books that he bought her, and the fact that she really was saying that I love you and.
Hey, Mom. I love you. You're the best.
Because he had done this wonderful act of getting her tacos and coming to collect her from the station, and it was interesting that that he did all of that as well. And what's crazy about her is that
I have been incarcerated for 11 years on and off since the age of 13.
And I think that, if anything, the books and everything as well is important, but I think another aspect is probably counselling. Getting her into therapy to get her to have a conversation about what she's experienced, because obviously if you've been in prison if you've been in the system since you're 13, you've got some damaged stuff, you've got some ideology, you've fled the country a couple of times, you've not stayed, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you're not, you're a flight problem, do you know what I mean?
Released on the ankle monitor, I cut the off and I put it in the mailbox and mailed it back to them.
Like, you need to know that, listen, brother, she needs some therapy, because evidently she flies, for a reason. She, you know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't stay in one place for a reason. And so you need to be able to give her proper therapy as well to help her, so that she doesn't go into a place where she feels like, oh, you know, when I come to you and I get comfortable, I feel fear because now you know, I'm not used to that love and that care.
I never could stay put anywhere for any period of time.
And then suddenly, before you know it, you're in a place where you don't want to be, which is that the girl doesn't rate you or doesn't want you anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Or she runs away because she's not used to staying in a place like this. So there needs to be therapy that is introduced into this girl's relationship. Absolutely 101. Therapy. Yeah, so... but yeah, I want to just kind of say as well, like, I love this whole series as well, and I love the fact that obviously for me, again, I think with Destiny and Sean, you know, I love the fact that he's improving. When I say improving, he's injecting knowledge into her to help her. I love the fact that, you know, he's caring as well. And it's clear that she wants that. She cares for that as well. So, you know what? We'll see how it goes, innit? We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification of the uploads, baby. And you know what? You got the minerals, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Yes, but I appreciate you.